Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
And Carmen Norris, GreyElephant.
And today we are playing the expansion of Pandemic in the Lab.
Yes, now we have even more to do in order to save humanity.
Well, that's a lot of weight on our shoulders. We better get started to see if we can handle it. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and flip our top cards to start infecting. So if you want to start flipping the cards, Carmen, I'll start pulling the cubes and placing them on.
Sydney.
Okay. And the first three cards will get
Toronto.
3 cubes, just like in the original game.
Istanbul.
Okay, keep going.
Santiago.
Istanbul was Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, Constantinople.
London.
London town.
Miami.
Going to Miami. Look, I got a song for all these places. It's amazing.
Osaka.
I have no song for Osaka.
Okay, I didn't think so. San Francisco.
I know. If you're going to San Francisco.
Beijing.
I don't know a song. Look, I have no songs for the red countries. Okay. Now that we've got the infections going, we've already got our cards. So we're going to just lay ours out. Hope you guys don't mind. I know it's kind of like, you know, they say you should kind of keep them secret, but I mean, really, it is all open information. So, real quick, Carmen, why don't you go over your character and what she does?
My character is the virologist. When you discover a cure, you may discard 2 city cards of the same color to replace 1 city card of the cure color. So
very powerful. That'll be demonstrated for sure.
Yeah. As an action, I can discard a city card to remove 1 cube of its color from any city.
Yeah, so in instance, she can just discard the Chicago card and we can pull one of these blue cubes
now,
off.
it says I have to return it to the supply when I do that, though.
Right,
Not put
so
it
they're
in the
going to
lab.
go in the supply.
Okay.
And that'll make sense as we're playing the game that they can't go in the lab because we'll explain how the lab works when we get there. Okay, well, I am the epidemiologist. I hope I said that right. So my character, once during your turn, you may, with permission, take any city card from a player in the same city with you. Doing this is not an action. Now, the lab challenge, once per turn at a research station, you may process a sample as a free bonus action. So, whenever I'm in a research facility, I will demonstrate what my ability is at that time. So, alright, I think we're pretty well ready to go, so why don't you and I kind of just determine who's going to go first. It doesn't really matter, but I tell you what, for the sake of things, because I'm just blue, and we're in the blue's place, blue should go first.
Okay.
That totally makes sense, right?
You sure?
Yep, totally makes sense. Alright, so the first thing we should have been doing is we're going to turn over our first sequence card, okay? Now, a sequence card is the way that we're going to try to discover the cure for these diseases. And this will make sense as we're starting to play. Now, if you take a good look at the cards, you're going to notice a lot of dots all over the place. That is, the colors are the types of disease cubes that we have to put on them cards. So, for instance, this one would require 4 red cubes, 1 blue and 1 black. Now, we've got 2 circles there that have gray in them. Now, that will be filled by whatever color of disease we're going to cure. And that will make total sense here in just a second, because I am thinking, why not, let's go ahead and start by showing everybody, me take one of my cards, and let's go ahead and get this sequence started here. So, I've got 2 reds, so it's no big deal for me. I'm just going to go ahead and take, now let me make sure that we don't have something over here that might be a good idea for me to fly over here maybe, and head down here to Sydney possibly. I don't know. I have Shield, which is here. I just want to note that you can only perform lab actions when you're actually at a research facility. Oh, Shanghai, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's it's that, yeah, okay. Okay, so this here, by placing this card, means is that we have basically, we've labeled this disease, okay?
And we've characterized it.
Characterized it, thank you. Carmen knows the technical terms, okay, because she is a virologist, and I'm not. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this red vial here, and we're going to place it there. Now, remember what I was telling you about these gray circles in here? That means that now those have to be filled with red disease cubes, okay? And the way we're going to do that is we're going to process them through these trays. So, what I'm going to do now is, because that was one action, I think I'm going to go ahead and I should probably head up here maybe to Toronto and start working there. I can fly to here. I can fly to Milan, which is not a bad idea. Or I can fly to Shanghai.
Well, I don't have any red cards.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking about flying here to Milan and maybe start working on this Istanbul here. Seems how it's kind of like all dirty over there. So,
Okay.
what you thinking?
Well, we need red cubes for this.
Well, we do, but we need to at least get a black and a blue as well. Plus, we got to keep in mind we got
Yeah.
to control our outbreaks. So, and plus, once we get another research facility, we'll be able to work on a second sequence as well. So,
Right.
I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and discard this card, Milan, and I'm going to go ahead and fly to Milan. And from there, that was action 2 because I used that.
Yep.
Now I flew 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go ahead and place this cube. Let's put it into this one. Okay. All right. Now that's all I can do. Now I went ahead and put it in this tray, and the reason is because now we're going to be able to start processing these to create the sequence needed to be able to cure the disease. But that would be the end of my turn at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 cards. I do have Istanbul, which I happen to be there, which is fantastic because now I'm going to be able to build a research station. Okay, and I do have Baghdad as well, which is right next to it. So, all right, let's go ahead and infect again. So that'll be 2 cards. Washington and Taipei. Taipei. There. All right. Now it is on you, hun.
Okay, I think I should get the blue cube so that we can move them together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a good idea. You sure you don't want to head up to Toronto and get it
that's
from
what
there?
I was thinking I would do. So
Yeah.
that's 1, 2, and then I can just grab 2 of them.
3, 4. Well, yeah.
Or I could grab 1 and put a card down, but I think I'd rather grab. No, I can't. I'm not at a research facility.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll put 1
Go
there,
ahead.
1
Go ahead and do
there.
that. All right. So that was 1, 2, then 3, 4. So you're completely finished then. Okay. You were fast.
Cards.
All right. Atlanta and New York.
Look at all those blues.
That is
Need to
very
make
good.
That blue.
Yeah, we need.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Bogota.
That's a Bogota.
Whatever.
I don't know. Kakakaklara. What is that one?
Kolkata.
Kolkata. All right. Okay. So.
It's the sound that a fox makes.
Yeah, that's the sound a fox makes. Okay. All right, so right off the bat, I think I'm going to go ahead and build a research facility here in Istanbul, which would be my first action. Now, the good part about building a research facility is that I get to take 1 free lab action. But that's also going to work well for us because that means I get to take 2 lab actions because of my character, which I will show you what that means. So the way this works is that we've got a black and a blue cube here. Now, if we want to try to send them up to this tray up here, now keep in mind, these will be our 2 trays we always start out with cubes in, okay?
You'll have to send them here.
Well, I know that, and I'm explaining
Okay.
why we would do that.
Okay.
To send them from here to this tray would mean that only 1 color would be allowed to process. So we would have to pick either the black or blue cube, and the other one would have to be returned to the supply. Well, we want both of these cubes. So the other thing we can do is we can decide to take this bottom route here, which means that 1 of each color would be allowed to go through. Now, if we would have had 2 blues and 1 black, 1 of the blues would have been returned, but the black and the blue could still be sent through. Now, that was the free action I was able to perform because I built a research facility, okay? Now, the other thing I can decide to do is use my free lab challenge action. A lab challenge says that once per turn at a research station, you may process a sample as a free bonus action. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and process this from this tray, and if we follow this arrow up along here, I can take it from here directly up to this card, and now we have cubes and we're beginning to cure our disease. So all we're going to need now on this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red ones. Now, that was all those 2 free actions. I still have 3 left that I can perform here. And what I am thinking about doing is going ahead and pulling our next sequence. Now, we have learned after much more plays of this game that it's not necessarily a good idea to categorize a card so early.
No, there's a lot of different reasons why you don't want to do it too soon, and in this case, we should have waited until there was a second card on the board.
Yeah, because you can't actually put cubes on a card until you have it categorized, but at the same time, you don't want to make sure that you rush it because you could possibly pull extra sequence cards that are going to match the color that you've already been working on. So, anyways, you're going to see why here real soon. Oof. I don't know. Man, if we went blue on that.
I know.
I know.
We should have gone blue on that one.
Okay, well that, I don't know. I've got one more, I could do it one more time if we wanted to. If we think it's that important.
I do.
If you do, then let's go ahead and dismiss this one and let's get it
stuck on a card that doesn't help
Okay,
us.
the reason that these aren't gonna, there we go. Okay, so now we can, alright, so this one here has the blue and the red vial up here in the left-hand corner. The other two had either just a yellow vial or a yellow and a black. Those aren't going to help us because Carmen's got so many blue cards. So we're going to want to try to categorize this as the blue disease, which I can't do on my turn because that was all my actions, but Carmen will easily be able to do. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and draw my two cards. I have Paris and Essen. I'm going to go to Essen. What?
Oh, nothing. It's just that I was going to work on this on my turn, and I'm freaking out because Sydney's still sitting over here. But
I can't do it all. Okay. So Madrid, get a cube on Madrid, and Chicago.
Madrid.
Chicago.
Okay.
Chicago's all diseased.
But the way you win this game is you cure diseases. Not, you don't just go around clean up cubes and never cure them. So
that's right.
That's what we're going to do.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the thing that I was going to say to you is that on my turn, I'm probably going to fly to here and start getting some of these red ones for this one here.
Okay.
So, all right, do your thing.
So,
we will need...
I need to get to the research facility. So it would take me 2 actions to get there.
Well, we could use some blue cubes too.
Yeah.
Just at least 2 of them, and then we can put them in this double fire machine. I can't remember what this one's called. You? I'll look it up real quick.
The doubler, isn't it? The growth?
The growth chart. Yeah, the growth. The growth. Yeah, the growth
Okay,
dish.
so...
Well, grab the 2 blues. Why'd you only grab 1?
Because that's 4 actions.
Oh, okay, so you're going to use your ability. Okay, do you want to explain that again real quick so everybody's familiar with what you're doing? Okay, so you moved here. That was 1. Grab the cube, 2. Moved here for 3.
No, I was going to characterize the card.
What?
But I could use my ability. No, if I use my ability, it goes in here instead of the lab.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, all right. It's just not, listen, what I'm trying to explain to you, okay, is that this here isn't going to do me a lick of good. I can process that 1 spot for free, is what I'm trying to explain to you. There you go.
And I just will have to discard something else.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I can also label it. It's not a big deal because you've got all the cards needed.
Okay.
I needed 2 blue ones.
All right.
Next
ready?
time, just listen to me. We won't have these problems.
You might want to take note here that I actually have 5 blue cards. If we were playing the base game, I could cure this disease in my very next action. But in the lab is much more challenging. So take note of how many actions it takes us now to cure this disease.
Okay. Now decide to get rid of a blue one. Alright. Now let's go ahead and infect. Ready? Milan. And
Kinshasa.
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 Yeah, that place. That place is fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is my free action with my character's card. This is once per turn. I may go ahead and process. So I'm going to take both of the blue cubes and I'm going to run them straight up this direction. And the reason is because all of one color can go at the same time. And that's a free thing I'm allowed to do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 1 card here and I'm going to go ahead and categorize this, but that's 1 action, as the blue disease. Okay? The other thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take another action and go ahead and run this into the growth thing, the growth dish.
Yeah.
Now by doing this, it actually doubles the amount of cubes that you put in there. So we put 2 in, 2 blue, now it's going to make 4 blues. Okay, so if you're following, it was a free action to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That was one action. This was two actions. So, got it? I
Got
have
it.
two actions still to go. So why don't we go ahead and move these onto the blue sequence here. And this one will go back into the supply. And now we are in desperate need
Of
of
red.
reds. So,
Wow, lots of red.
last action, I'm going to go ahead and just fly over here to Shanghai. And I'm going to have to start collecting some reds up some desperately. And you're going to have to probably do the same thing somehow, get over here and start helping me. You can connect to Sydney from here from Los Angeles, just keep in mind. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and you can get over here with me. Because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 total reds. Gotta get some
So
reds.
we need to get at least 5, and then we can double them.
Well, no, because the thing is that just because we can't put them in the growth chart and split them. They all have to go to one sequence. So if we can get 3 for this one right off the bat, fantastic. So we can send 3 through fast. But we also need to build a research station over here pretty quick. So
Okay.
why don't I go ahead and draw my cards? Ooh. A government grant. Add a research station to any city for free.
Look at that.
Well, my goodness. I wonder where we should build this research facility. Okay, so if I can build a research station for free, that also means I get to take a free lab action, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it does. So I'm going to go ahead and let's spend that one because I'm thinking that the next card is going to be an epidemic.
No.
Yes. So do we want to just go ahead and put it where I'm at right now? And then I can go ahead and... Am I allowed to place a second card here yet? Yeah? You want to do that?
You have to have at least 1 cube on the card before you test it. But we do have a cube on the card, so...
So, okay.
Yeah.
And what she means is we could place a second card, which we have to, of the same color of the cure we're trying to find. So if I place a second blue here, then that means it's tested. So
Too bad you don't have a red card.
yeah, I know,
Stinks.
because I could pull it off Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate what we're talking about. First, I'm going to place that there. Anytime you build a research facility, you get a free lab action. So I'm going to go ahead and just test our blue one here, okay, by placing a second card. That allows me to pull a blue cube off of anywhere off of the map. Might as well pull it off of London. We don't need this anywhere.
And it goes here anyway.
So yeah, that's right. It
And,
does.
yeah.
You're absolutely correct. Okay. All right. So I have to draw one more card. Boom. There it is.
Oh,
I knew it was
wow.
coming. I told you, didn't I? Because you can always sense it that it's only so many cards shuffled in. So
if you're familiar with Pandemic, you know that this now gets 3
Atlanta.
cubes.
All right. So Atlanta, which happens to be right where you're at, which is kind of cool.
And then we shuffle the discard pile.
Go ahead and move up our infection rate. All right, so I'm going to shuffle these cards. And the reason that we have these funny things on the back is because we do not have the conversion kit. We actually have the older Pandemic and On the Brink set, and the backs of the new cards are different. So we have to have these opaque backs on these cards to try to make sure that we don't have cards from the new set popping up. All right, Beijing. It's right up here. And, oh, Atlanta. Bad.
Figures.
Okay, so that caused an outbreak. So let's move our thing up. We got to put one here, here, and here. Okay. Well, I don't want to say that changed anything except for right here. That's what I'm worried about. But you have a yellow card
Yeah.
that we could possibly use to take care of that. So, all right. So it is 100% your turn.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, you can come straight to my research facility too for one action.
That's
Action.
not really going to get me any closer
No,
to
but
Sydney, though.
No, but it does get you close to here to where we can start maybe getting some of those red cubes. 'Cause
Yeah.
we need to get these moving. We're running out of time.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to remove one here. One.
No, you don't. You don't understand what I'm saying. Atlanta can't outbreak again. Okay, the card's out of the
so
deck.
you're more worried about this.
And that's why I'm thinking using your Santiago card here, your yellow Santiago
Okay.
card would be a better
well, that's
idea.
fine. Yeah. So we'll get rid of a yellow cube here for one.
There you go. That's using your noodle. running low on blues.
2, 3, 4.
Well, that's why I'm saying, why don't you just come to my research facility here?
4 would get me to Sydney.
And that's not going to do you a lick of good.
3 actions would get me here. I don't know. 2, 3 actions would get you there too. So I guess it's the same either way.
Yeah, I mean, now that was your second action. Third, fourth. There you go. And get me a cube in here. Now I can start moving this for free. There's no sense for me having to waste my special ability. You understand what I'm saying? So, flip your cards. What's that?
Sequencing breakthrough. Discard 1 fewer city card than needed to do the next discover a cure.
Okay, cool. All right, and that'll make sense when we get closer to it, when we discover the cures, because you do have to discard 3 cards of the same color to be able to, once you have it all filled up, you have it categorized, you have it tested, then you have to discard 3 of the same cards to be able to actually cure it.
Here's the thing about this card. It's the next. You
Right.
have no choice.
Be either this one. Well, it would be whichever one we do next, yeah.
So I think we should work on this
Yeah.
one because I already have enough cards
To be able to
it's
cure
not going to
blue
help
anyways.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
so
it
1, 2,
doesn't
3,
let
4,
you-
5, 6, 7. You're supposed to draw one more still, right? Ooh, what's that?
Forecast.
What's it say?
Examine the top 6 cards of the infection draw pile.
Let's do it.
Rearrange them in the order of your choice, then place them back on the pile.
Let's do it. Because that'll keep it from Sydney outbreaking, and we could possibly even control Miami. So, all right, we have Milan. Let's put it right here.
Okay.
We have San Francisco, which only has 1. So let's put
Milan
it up
only has
high.
1 also.
Okay.
Okay.
Bogota, which is here, only has 1. Kolkata, I think it's right there, only has 1.
Okay.
Osaka,
Only has 1.
okay. Kinsha, which they all only have 1. So okay, let's start.
Put Osaka
That's
on
what I was
top.
going to say. Let's put
Yeah.
Osaka on top, and let's put any yellows on the bottom. Seems how we're kind of far away from those.
Yeah.
And let's put Kolkata, because it's right there, as number 2.
Okay.
Sound like a good idea? Alright. Alright, so let's flip your 2 cards, which is Osaka and Kolkata. Oh, alright. Man, we're actually looking like we know what we're doing here. Okay, so what I can do is one of 2 things. I could walk up here, grab this, and walk back and get this sent through. Which means that we can get it to here. Or, yeah, see, if we had 2, I'd be able to...
You could send that one through by itself and double it right now.
But
Just
what...
thought, I don't know.
I don't know what good that's going to do. If we do them all together, it'd make much more sense, is all. Well, I could send it here, and then just pop it right onto that one as 1 action, and then we'd only need 2 more for that, which technically means only 1.
Yeah.
It's just a thought.
We need 3 and then double it, basically, to get
Yeah.
that one filled out.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'll be able to get 1 right there off the bat. I could get 1 right here and even make my way down to Sydney if we wanted, but I think it's smart for me to stay as close to this as I possibly can. The other problem is that we have 0 red cards. None.
Yeah. So we're not...
I mean, blue, I think
that this card
we
is
should just go ahead and do
probably
the...
going to have to go to waste.
I think we're going to have to use it on blue regardless.
Yeah.
Just to get this done, because we have a greater chance, because I could go 1, grab this, 2, so I go 1, 2, 3, move for free, move up to here, which means that we could cure it on our very next turn. Okay, you're looking at me confused, so let me just show you what I'm talking about, okay? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Oh, you mean this one? We could do this one.
That's
Yeah.
what I just said. That's what I pointed at. See
looking
where
at
my
the
finger went?
wrong-
Now, for free, I can move them.
Yep.
Now, for my 4th action, I could put them into there and double them.
Okay.
Okay? Because it went 1, 2, 3, for free.
Mm-hmm.
4 to move it into there. Now I would be finished, which means that on your turn, if you wanted to, you could send them down to there, which I think is a good idea because then we can just
I need to go ahead and use these cards.
and we could just be done with blue.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Lagos, St. Petersburg, okay, San Francisco, and Milan. Oops. So Milan and San Francisco. Okay. So now it is your turn, and I mean, you might as well grab that red one while you're there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so that was 1. 2, send this through,
3.
and 1 will be going bye-bye. Okay, now she's got this finished. What it takes is 3 cards. We've now completed the sequence for blue. We have it categorized. We have it tested. Now we must discard 3 cards, blue cards, to complete everything and cure the blue disease. She's done it. Blue is now cured. That vial can go there. This card will now be cleaned up and will be replaced with a new card. Alright, so that's going to end this portion of the video.
And we cured blue.
That's right. Hey, mini celebration.
And there was much rejoicing.
It took us a while to do it, and that's, I think, what's got me most nervous for the next part.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 3 more colors out there, and it looks like we're about halfway done with the game at this point, so I don't know how we're going to pull this off.
It's going to be rough, guys. So, until the next video is up, you're going to have to sit back and wonder, did we have what it takes to save humanity? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
And I don't remember my name.
I don't know who the hell I am.
Okay.
How about fucking 3, 1, go! Am I like the Holy Grail?
2, 5!
2,